Peace and love, it's your boy Don Kilam, and welcome to Dream Keepers Radio, that private life podcast. You're here, tuned in with your boy, and this is brought to you by Follow the Yellow Brick Road by Don Kilam. Search the book on Amazon now. Go get the book and uncover the matrix and how the United States is operating in the financial marketplace. Much peace and love.
And I don't understand why. I get a lot of hate too. I don't understand why some people get so mad.
Yeah, some people are on their phone. Some people accidentally bring a homeless man into an office. So tomato.
It happens. Tomato. Now is our next guest ready?
I believe he is. Is he ready? Yep, he's ready.
I love this guy. This guy is, he is a financial guru, wizard. He can tell you how to be a sovereign citizen. He can help you with your tax. He can help you create a church. As a matter of fact, I'm having him on today because I want to create a church in my house so that I can pay less taxes. So I'm bringing on the one, the only, Don Kilam. Don, how you doing, my man?
Peace and love.
Don, I love your content. But I was trying to describe to my producer, what is your official title? Because what you do is, I guess you'd say, for lack of a better word, is it a little sketchy? Is that unfair to say that? I mean, you create great ideas. I think you're very brilliant, but I'm pretty sure the government probably doesn't like you, right, Don?
Well, at the end of the day, on paperwork, I'm a trustee for a church, a holding company, but I'm in debt with the record label.
Wow, Don, how do I start a church? Why is that so important? Because I know a guy, a really wealthy real estate guy, and he put a church in his backyard, and I don't think he pays property tax. Can I do that? Can I put like a steeple or something? And I think he does like a wedding a year too to justify it or something. So like, if I do create the church, what do I have to do to make sure that it is a church, right? And that I'm actually conducting, I guess, church business. Do I have to do church stuff?
So you have to understand the private sector and the public sector. So the public sector is part of the economy that the government controls. So in the private sector, that's like how the Amish move. Mm-hmm. So I start everybody off with a 508c1a. And all you have to do is do a simple Google search of 508c1a, and that's a faith-based organization. And the government can't interfere with that private contract. It's all unincorporated, so you don't have to be incorporated with the Secretary of State.
That's pretty genius. Now, I definitely want to learn a little bit about that. But also tell me, one of my favorite videos of yours is how Amish people can travel internationally. So they use that same form, and does that let them go to Canada or Mexico?
There's people trying to make them get like faceless IDs now, but it's against their religion to allow the government. The government's like their oppressor. They look at the government as the devil, so to speak. But that's
I agree with. I agree. The government is the devil. Let's be real.
But and if you follow the Bible anyway, that's your lineage, and you came from a tribe. Everybody was tribes, and you have to understand the difference between national and a U.S. citizen. And you can Google these things. United States. You Google United States business, it means U.S. citizen. So a United States citizen means a person, and that's government property. A person is a corporation.
Wow. Well, tell me this, though. What is the difference? Because I see you talking a lot about the tribal stuff. So you kind of mix Amish tools and Native American tools to become basically a sovereign citizen. Like, do you have to have a driver's license, Don? Do you have a driver's license? Can you drive?
No. You can just use passports. I travel right now with it's a foreign identification. I could show it on the camera.
Can you show it? Show it on the camera. I mean, I want to learn. Everybody needs to go put Don's social media too. We got to give a wide shot of him. Everybody needs to go follow his Instagram because you actually teach people how to do this and how to live a life. Look at that. That's a Yellow Brick Road. That's your book. Everybody needs to go follow that. Don_Kilam on Instagram. Go follow it right now.
So this teaches nationality right here, the power of nationality. Because you got to understand you're the state that you're in, like if you're in Texas, you're a Texan. So that's your country. Every state's truly a country because America is a continent. In the same way with Africa, when you say you're African American, now when you say you're a color, white, black, or white, that makes you an adjective. You're no longer even a noun anymore. Just think about it. I got a black car. Car is the noun, black is the adjective. So you give away your rights. There's only one race, that's the human race.
And I agree with that. Okay, so what does that say, Jimmy? Yeah, show that big.
I mean, I just let y'all see it. I won't give the barcodes or nothing.
Yeah. Palau?
Yeah, Palau.
Where's Palau?
Hey, I don't know, but I'm a national.
Palau is a small island country in the Pacific Ocean.
And you know that, Jimmy? My producer went to Princeton, Don, and he thinks he's so smart, but he's such an idiot. He actually went to Princeton, and now he works for me, so that says a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that he went to Princeton? I hate Ivy League schools. Do you think that's really amazing that he's an idiot like this?
Thing. I'd probably sell weed there.
We love weed on this show, and we do a little fentanyl just to take the edge off, too.
I use the car. I use that at the dispensary, you know. They know me.
Okay, Don, now tell me this, though. I have to ask you. When you go and you speak at these events, you're very in demand. So is this a successful business? You seem like a successful guy. I'm not saying you're not, but like, is it successful what you're doing?
After COVID, but listen. So I'm able to make the so-called black race. That's my high demand, you know. And they read books. So they say they don't read, they read my books. So So I became a millionaire after COVID and started touching millions.
Wow. But Don, light-skinned brothers get a lot of hate from the darker-skinned brothers. So do you get a lot of hate?
I get hate from everybody. And now there's bots. Because like I heard y'all talking. But you know, I have celebrities talking to me and reaching out to me now. Kevin Gates, Kevin Garnett. I know a lot of Kansas City Chiefs players, so I can't say too much. I know you can look up Adrian Peterson. He follows me.
We know Adrian Peterson. Yeah. We're in Texas. He was at Palestine High School. Yeah, no, we know. Very familiar with Adrian.
Up on the IG, he follows Don Kilam. There's a lot of people that follow me, and I heard y'all talking about it. Like some of them come to me and say it's rigged.
Oh, the NFL is rigged. Yeah, I've heard multiple players who say that.
Some of them come to me and say it's rigged, but you know, now other people don't talk about it.
Yeah, the refs, Tim Donaghy, one of the basketball ref, got caught fixing games. And then even when the Mavs were in the finals against the Heat, they were calling all these fouls on Dwayne Wade. They didn't even touch him, and they were able to come back in that series. Right. So, yeah, I don't trust professional sports. But, Don, you seem like a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and we have more to this interview, but let me ask you the hard questions. Was 9/11 an inside job, Don?
I believe so.
Me too.
It makes sense.
What about the moon landing, real or fake?
Yeah, that's fake. I don't believe anybody can get to the moon.
Of course.
I believe the moon is a light source.
Yes, sir. So you know all about the firmament. So tell them what this is. Tell my dumbass producer that went to Princeton what the shape of the earth is, please, Don.
I mean, truly, who knows? I mean, I believe everything is just a hologram. Because, the moon with all reflection.
That moon's just a light.
I just look at life differently, but I do use the moon. It controls the tides of water, so it's going to have an effect on you. They call it moons. They call it Monet.
Yeah.
The dollar sign's ISIS, by the way, ISIS.
Wow.
I get deep with it. But YouTube, Google, you look this up on YouTube, how the wolves change rivers. They brought wolves into Yellowstone National Park and they moved the rivers. And the reason being is because wolves get their power from the moon. They sing to the moon. That's where they get.
No, we do, because they say that the moonlight. They say sunlight is hotter, but if you're in moonlight and you let's say you're in the shade, but then you go in the moonlight's actually colder and it's more combustible in a fire. And a lot of people don't realize the moon actually its cycle of the moon is every 28 days, and a year is 28 days. So that's really what the calendar should be. They say is 13 months, 28 days.
There's a lot of movie stars that reach out to me and ask me about like sexual transmute, how to transmute sexual energy, and they use the menstrual blood with the moon and do a lot of things.
How do I want to know about sexual energy?
Angelina Jolie, Billy Bob Thornton was really into that.
What do you mean? You do something with period blood? That is gross.
Like they like he used to keep a vial of her menstrual blood around his neck.
I remember that. Thornton. Yeah, he had that.
Yeah, but they use the moon. You mix the semen in the blood and give it to the full moon.
Wow.
Give it to the dirt. Yeah. You plant your manifestations. Like, so at the new moon, when it's going to the full moon, where the light's increasing, that's when you focus on your goals. Now, when it goes from the full moon to where the light's decreasing, that's when you give up something like a bad habit, cigarettes, food.
Oh, wow. See, Don, I didn't realize that. You kind of go when the moon's getting bigger, that's when you're trying to manifest abundance, and then when it's getting smaller and whatever, try to get rid of something.
Everything is like sun worship, though.
Yeah, well, tell them about that, because that's what kind of the ancient people used to do. They used to worship the sun. So, do you think that our government's run by devil worshiping pedophiles?
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kilam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Kilam reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
I believe the government is ran by AI and programs.
Really? So
living through a system.
Well, but how long have they had AI then, Don?
I don't know. I only believe it now. The time's always now. Everything around you is what creates the illusion that makes you age. God only made 7 days in the Bible. He made 6 and rested on the 7th. So everything else is irrelevant.
Wow. Don, you're like the smartest guy I've ever talked to. I'm not even kidding.
I go off wisdom. Wise dumb. I talk to God. I smoke trees and talk to God. I call yayo prosperity lines, but we use it to create, not to escape.
Wait, you call cocaine prosperity lines? Me too. I go on prosperity lines too.
We use it to create, not to escape. And if you getting too deep with the knowledge, you just hit the rehab. They feel sorry for dope fiends.
Yeah,
you get one more chance.
I like some of that prosperity powder too. Okay, now let's play SOT number 7. I love this video. This is one of my favorite Don Kilam videos. Everybody needs to go follow.
Making my name a business. I made my name business in Missouri in 2018. I was able to get myself out of the federal penitentiary. State cases, tickets, debt, child support, you name it. And this is all on a court record.
Oh yeah.
You've seen my docket sheets. You've seen me get out of child support. You see me. This is what I do, and I also make my children's name the business. A parent is a pair who rents. Child means property of a corporation. That's your son, or that's your daughter. Oh, yeah. You're the father, or you're the mother.
Yeah.
All these other terms are commercial.
Oh yeah, I love it as commercial. I love it as business. So everybody's got to quit taking things personally and then start to look at everything from a business perspective. And then you can do it the right way. Whatever your family's interested in, you can do that because you're turning those activities and stuff into a business, a family business.
Don, you're brilliant. Now, one of the things my family did is when I was 18, my dad put my house in a trust in my name, and he gave me the house, and he made me sign a lease with him for 75 years saying I could never kick him out of the house. That way, when he dies, we don't have to pay the death tax on it. So what are some other that's kind of an easy one. What are some other easy ways where people can do stuff like that?
I love that though. Mm-hmm. But how do you, we call it charging order protection or asset protection. You got to remember it's always tax avoidance versus tax evasion. Tax evasion is illegal, tax avoidance isn't. So you have a faith-based organization or a private ministry association, and make the family it's a private family trust, and then everything's a family foundation. Like the church would be a family charity. You have to think about this. If you look up Russia, it's a prime minister.
Yeah.
If you look up the Vatican, the Pope, like, so ministers, it's church versus state. When it comes to the state, that's what they call it, administer. You're adding a minister. So, but if you're using a social security number attached to this, that you can't transfer that wealth to future generations.
Wow.
It dies when you die, the social security number dies, and that belongs to the public sector, which belongs to the government. So that's why you have to move without the social security number when you're establishing these private trusts and unincorporated associations.
Well, tell me.
That's how I like to move with like foreign IDs and things like that, so you can identify in the system within their scope, so you still don't have problems. But you can, instead of using a birth certificate, because people got to understand, when you have a birth certificate, that's proving who your maker is. In the Bible, it says you don't make a covenant with no God besides me. That's a covenant. You know, this makes it where they can take anything that you acquire in your life. If you put your car in with your social, you put your house with your social security number, the government can take it if you don't pay the tax.
Yeah.
But if you own the land, they can't foreclose on the property. So that you have to look at things like that as well. So it's about controlling the land, own nothing, control everything, but having control of land instead of the property. So they can't even step foot on the land. Because I want you to know, anything in the government system cannot own anything.
Wow.
The property can't own property.
Well, how do you get out of court? Because courts are already rigged. I saw, I think it was one of your videos.
So long as it's you know, in the Constitution, which it starts with the amendment, so that amendment means a change. So we start with the Bill of Rights. Yeah. But in the Constitution, you have the right to face your accuser, right? Mm-hmm. All right, then. So if I ran a stop sign, who is my accuser?
The cop.
If I get caught with a pound of weed, who's my accuser?
The cop.
So think about this: if Walgreens got caught selling crack cocaine, who's going to jail? They're gonna have 30 days of cease and desist. So that's when I used to hook my brothers up, make their name LLCs, and tell them we get it right.
See, that's genius. Because how are you going to arrest Walgreens? But if you're a company, how are they going to arrest your company? That's genius.
You got 30 days of cease and desist, take it off the shelves.
Wow.
So, you know, being black is a business, and now being white is too, is with the Social Security number. All that's the public trust.
Yeah, explain the Social Security. So they borrow money against our social. Once they issue us a social, then the Federal Reserve borrows money against it.
We don't have gold anymore, so they're using the U.S. citizens' labor that you're going to get up and go to work. And most of the money that they're using now is just private organizations that run the government, and they have private prisons. And that's controlled to the rap organization. I'm telling you,
you're right. We're done. Well, all these rappers own all these private prisons, so that's why they say that they have degenerate lyrics.
To the famous rappers, man. I can't make this up. Look at that. Waka Flocka fuck with me. You know, Kevin Gates fuck with me. I got a lot of motherfuckers that fuck with me. You know, I'm about to be hanging out with Pretty Ricky, Baby Blue. That's my homie. So I'm connected to a lot of people, man. So they know. I know the game. But and then they get life insurance on you and trademark your name. But you got to understand.
Yeah, you said Walmart. Wait, I have to cut you off. Walmart gets a life insurance policy on every employee. Is that right, Don?
Yeah. Now, this was how it was told to me. Yeah, Walmart gets a life insurance policy. I was told some Walmarts have underground tunnels and all types of shit. So when they shut down, they lock you in there.
That's what they say. They're going to be the FEMA camps. They say the Walmarts are going to become the FEMA camps.
Yeah, but Sam's Club is a private membership. So, like, Walmart's a little bit different. But I know if you get caught stealing in there, they're going to lock you in there. You can't get out. But Sam's Club, since it's a private membership, there's nothing the government can do to save you. Because the government can't interfere with a private contract.
So I can shoplift from Sam's Club, potentially?
No, what I'm saying is if they locked you in there.
Well, they lock you in there. Let's say you get shoplifting at Target, they bring you to the back and they lock you. That's illegal for them to detain you in that back room? Is that what you're saying?
No. If you're a member, they can do anything they want to their private members because you agree to it, whatever clause, terms, and conditions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What about terms of service? Do we agree to all kinds of crap we don't even realize?
Yeah, all types of shit. And that's why you got to be careful. That's why you should set everything up in some type of private business. Your phones, but everything should be a business. Your house. Because your name is a business already. You look at all the documents, your name is in all capitalized letters. Mm-hmm. That's a business.
So you should be an LLC. So everybody should do an LLC, or do you?
Yeah, I like LLCs. But the elite just move all off unincorporated associations.
They do unincorporated association. That's what the top.
And then they control the schools through endowments.
That's why SMU or these like Princeton have these huge endowments.
Public educations. Yeah, they have endowments for that are perpetual for life, like lifetime generations. And I help private tribes as well that are in the public. I mean, like tribes that are in the public. I help them with something called PLRs, private letter rulings, and you can Google all these things. Costs like $30,000 to sit down with the IRS and get them to. You just create an agreement where they won't ever tax your family lineage.
So tell me, my kids, but I couldn't. I would still have to pay taxes, but I could go pay about $30,000.
No, they'll get you your name, just your last name, your whole family lineage.
Wow, Don, you're one of the smartest guys ever. Jimmy, what do you think about Don? Jimmy was skeptical of you because he went to Princeton. He's a bitch ass. Have you learned anything? Have you learned anything?
No, I've learned a lot. He kind of looks like Forgiato Blow and Cornel West had a baby.
Okay, he doesn't probably know who those two people are.
I'm glad you put your shirt back on, man.
Yeah, thank God.
Alex, the chat rats are saying we should start a chat rat church.
We should start a chat rat church. So our fans are called chat rats. So theoretically, I could start the chat rat church. I could be the minister of the church, and everything I own, the cell phone would be in the church, my AT&T Wi-Fi, everything would be in the church.
Private jet.
Private jet, damn.
Yeah, so look, your kids... Your children should not be beneficiaries. They become trustees of the nonprofit organization, so they can control where the money goes. They have control where it flows. You know, it's all when you're a trustee of the trust. It's about making the trust grow. That's your number one job. Now, attorneys are just there to protect the trust, and attorneys like public defenders, all that, they're not for you.
No, you're right. Okay.
Listen, there's no such thing as a license to practice law. It's a bar card. Just Google these things.
Yeah, I know it is a bar card. And what about Jordan Maxwell, who I like? He talks about how everything in our government.
I love him.
Yeah, he's awesome. But what is it? We're really under maritime law. Are you familiar with any of that?
Maritime law and admiralty, yeah. In most courtrooms, if you go in there, you look at the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's gold fringe around it, it means it belongs to England. It's under the crown. Regis means king. That's why anytime you register something, you give it up to the government.
Yeah, like my car. Like, why do we have to pay registration? I mean, property tax is the biggest scam ever.
You have to get something called the MSO, the Manufacturer's Statement of Origin. That's what they destroy when you apply for a title. As soon as you get a brand new car, ask the dealership for something called an MSO, a Manufacturing Statement of Origin. And then
I don't have to get it registered. And then how do I get tags? What can I do?
You can use that. You can put it in a family trust and create your own title.
Really?
It's called a trust certificate. That's all that is a trust certificate. You put your family seal on there.
But Don,
anytime your signature is the credit. Your signature is called sign of nature. That's all they need, your signature.
But you know that I watch all these videos, these people that are like sovereign citizens and they have the farm tag, you know, that technically you think would be okay. And then if they just get a dickhead cop, they're screwed. So, I mean, you know, you get one wrong cop, you're still fucked, right? I mean, they're not going to believe all this.
I like to work with the system, so I just put everything in a business. I have the family trust, the family holding company set up a business. You set everything up in your business. Your church, who's going to pull over your church? I'm a minister, you know?
I want to go to your church.
For free at ulc.org, Universal Life Church.
You are the man. Yeah, Universal Life Church. I think I'm an ordained minister. I was going to do a wedding. Yeah, you go to ulc.com or whatever. Yeah, no, that is good.
Right.
Don, you're a genius. Yeah. We need to talk off camera a little bit. We need to hang out. Where are you based out of without doxing yourself? Or are you in Vegas a lot, I see?
Oh, I'm in Vegas the most. Well, I'm in Sin City. You know, Bugsy Siegel set that city up, so I know how to operate.
Yeah, and if there's a city to kind of operate and do stuff like this, I think Las Vegas is the right one.
Las Vegas loves me, yeah.
Okay, Don, before you go, tell the people what's like the first thing they want to find you or contact you for your services. How do they do that? And like, what would be the introductory thing they need to ask from you, right? Because like, let's just be real. I call you. What's the first thing you would just help people and get incorporated as a church? I
tell people just book a consultation because I like to just talk to people that kind of know what they want. But you can just, if you go to my Instagram, DON_KILAM, you click the link. I have a private online organization. It's called DK's Private Business Circle.
And remember, tax evasion is illegal. We're doing tax avoidance, which is totally legal. Is that correct?
Yeah, tax avoidance, yes, versus tax evasion, yes.
Well, I'm a libertarian. I think taxes are a scam. I mean, why do they even tax us so much? I mean, we pay taxes on everything, and then I got to pay 8 cents when I buy $1 Coca-Cola.
It's just the way it's established. Because as soon as you get taxed on your money, then you go out and get taxed again on everything you spend. So you're getting double taxed.
Which is BS.
But if you had your 501c1a ministry and had a private nonprofit with the state, you can get a tax exemption number and you can just provide that.
Yeah, I want to get that tax exemption number. I'm going to hit you up. We're going to do a consultation. Everybody go follow Don_Kilam on Instagram. Reach out to this man. And Don, tell the people, how can they support you before you go?
Oh man, I'm on Dream Keepers Radio, DreamKeepers Radio, RADIO. That's the Cash App.
You're the man. Everybody go Cash App Don. He's going to give you great knowledge. I really appreciate your hard work. You're a badass, Don. We'll talk in the near future.
Thank
and if
you.
the government's
too,
watching this, we pay our taxes. Just remember, we pay our taxes. We love it.
I'm not a licensed tax expert. This is for educational and
Educational, and this is entertainment purposes only. This is all fun and games. If you're watching Mr. IRS, I always pay my taxes, so don't worry. Love you, Don. You're the man. I'll talk to you again soon, dude.
Right, peace and love.
Peace and love. Don's great. Jimmy, you were skeptical of Don. You see how smart? He's smarter than you, Jimmy.
Oh, he's brilliant. Yeah.
Smartest guest we've ever had, quite honestly.
In my opinion, he is.
That ruled. We're
becoming a
avoiding
church.
taxes.
We're becoming a
We're
church.
starting a church, the Church of Prime Time.
The Church of Chat Rats. The Chat Rat Church.
We got a few $20 super chats too. Matthew Adams just sent rat in a heart.
We love Matt Adams.
And then the one that expired says, read the $100 super chat. Well, I did, so suck it.
All right.
In a world where the tax system can seem overwhelming, one book is here to guide you towards financial empowerment. Introducing The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by best-selling author Don Kilam. Are you looking to demystify the complexities of taxes and harness the power of tax credits? The Capitalizing Namepreneur provides an understanding of effectively utilizing your tax credits. Discover the secrets behind setting up a tax firm, understanding the strawman name, protecting your assets, and navigating the implications of the Social Security Trust Fund. Don Kilam's expertise shines through every page. It's like having a personal financial advisor by your side. Get your copy of The Capitalizing Namepreneur today and unlock the power of tax credits to enhance your financial well-being. Order your copy now and take control of your tax strategies. The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.